What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today, and today I have another plane spotting video for you guys. Today we're going to be plane spotting at Chicago O'Hare International Airport on June 23rd and June 25th of 2022 for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video, and without any further delay, let's dive into the plane spotting, everybody. So like I was saying, this plane spotting is from June 23rd and 25th of 2022. This is the plane spotting that I got to do when I was not doing my big spotting session during Airlines International 2022 in Chicago. So pretty much on my inbound flight, I was able to do some plane spotting in the terminal, and then on my outbound flight, I was also able to do some plane spotting from the terminal before boarding my flight to Denver. So we have some really cool catches here and also some videos, and I hope you guys are excited for this. This is a really cool spotting session, and I don't even think Chicago needs any introduction. It was just so cool to get to see all the airplanes again. It's been about 5 years since I've been here, and I was super excited for this plane spotting. So without any further delay, let's just dive into it. Feel free to ask any particular questions or comments you have about any of these aircraft routes or anything like that in the comment section, because some of this is a little bit more complex, but also, you know, some of it's self-explanatory to a degree. So I don't want to give you guys too much information, but also not enough to be sufficient. So nevertheless, let's just get into it, everybody. So starting right here, this is my inbound flight to Chicago on the 737 MAX. So if you guys noticed during the trip report, I didn't film until I got back to the gate. That is because all the plane spotting that was going on in these pictures was going on. So let's get started. We have a Scandinavian A330-300. It was so good to get to see these again in Chicago. Along with that, we also have a Volaris A320 and A319. So obviously not the best pictures in the world, but still super special to say the least. Take a look at all these American Airlines aircraft at the Terminal 3. Look at all these 737s. So looks like we have an A321, A319, I think 2 737s, another Airbus, and then 3 737s, including a MAX 8 there on the end, and also an Envoy 145 or Piedmont or something like that. So many American Airlines aircraft, and they look so awesome. They look so awesome, excuse me guys, but just take a look at all these beautiful airplanes. They look so good, man, and I'm just so glad that we got to see all these. So really good plane spotting be done from the airplane window, and it usually always turns out pretty well. So there's a few more shots of that, getting some level shots. We love to see it. And here's the United Airlines F concourse here at Terminal 2, E concourse, excuse me. You can take a look at all these CRJs. I know the heat haze is so bad, but we do get to see all these CRJs. Plenty of Air Wisconsin CRJ700, some Skywest in there, I'm sure, and also some CRJ550 action too, which is really nice. So every CRJ200 in the book right there, looking amazing. Then we have a Delta A220-100 and a blurry shot of United 737-800 that probably just landed. Really good looking shot. You can also see an ANA way out there on the left side, which is really cool. Better shot of 120 Delta uniform to Delta A220 and a CRJ in the back. And here we go, an American 737 taxiing out for departure and an ANA 777-300 taxiing out as well. Absolutely beautiful airplanes. And guys, these are all my shots, by the way, not just one, so just keep that in mind. Here's the wing view right here taxiing in. This is a gorgeous picture in my opinion, but yeah, keep in mind this is from an airplane window. It is hard to see all these aircraft. So here's a special livery catch. Here we have the Alaska Airlines Boeing 737-900ER in the Do What Is Right livery, and really good looking livery with a very good purpose. What a fantastic livery, excuse me, and really cool to get to see this parked next to the American Eagle aircraft there at the concourse. Really cool moment right there, so that was really cool. Obviously not my best pictures in the world, but from the plane window, can't complain with it too much. Another taxiing shot right there, and trying to get as many of that as possible to get my best one. Delta A220 top lit, but still looking pretty good. There's another decent picture of it. Here's the United Airlines satellite concourse, or Concourse C over there for Terminal 1. That's looking fantastic. That's where we were taxiing to, and you can see all the construction going on. And there's a little bit of Terminal 2 right here, and you also have all the United Airlines gates down here, including multiple 757-300s, which was very nice. Probably the best picture of my taxiing session right here was the Korean Air Boeing 777-300ER. It was so good to get to see this. Hotel Lima 8216. Love getting to see these, and I think this might have been my first time seeing a 777-300, which was really cool. I'm pretty sure that was a cargo flight, and I was very glad to get to see that. Really cool to see a Western Global 747. Didn't even notice that. And then we have this ANA 777, but I didn't notice the Western Global when I was spotting, if I recall correctly. The worst picture ever of a 787 landing, and then there's the ANA again. Probably not postable, but still pretty cool to catch it. Delta A321 on the rollout, a Delta Hotel prefix, that's pretty cool. An American Embraer 175, and how about that 727 over there? That was really cool. I think during the tour, some of my fellow Ape Geeks got to see it on the tour for airliners, so that was really cool. I also got an Embraer 170 for Republic, I think two of them, multiple aircraft, Korean. And then right there, really cool right here on the taxiway, we have the almighty heat haze of the Swiss A330 that just landed. from Zurich most likely. And taking a look at all these, downtown looking fantastic in a 145. Taxiing across the runway right here was really cool. Delta just landed, pulling off there. There's the skyline in a 145. Taxiing into the apron here, looking good. Korean heading out right there, and you got the tower and also multiple airplanes right here. Skyline again, and I also got it with a Swiss A330, which is really cool. Delta taking off maybe or landing. FedEx airplanes and another American 145. There's the tower, looks really nice, and a CRJ in Heat Haze Central. Delta coming by once again, so I got to see that plenty of times. And the Swiss A330, despite the Heat Haze, Hotel Bravo Juliet Hotel November was looking awesome. Actually, that might have been a 200, excuse me. Republic 175 maybe looking really good. And this is Airbus A319 for American by their cargo center, cargo center, looking pretty cool. ANA with the skyline looking great. And as we taxi into the gate, here's a Delta Airlines Airbus A319 loading up. Nice shot right there. And here's the United Airlines gates, including a 737-900 and a Max back there too. Two Maxes actually. There's the 757s and the Airbuses looking amazing. Obviously Delta parking with the United before they moved over to Terminal 5, which is really cool. Some CRJ 550s, CRJ 200s, Emerald 175s. There's Evo Blue, another 175 with the Hilton, 737-900. There's a pretty good shot of a Max 9 there at the gate. 320, A319, Max 9 once again. Really good shots here. I'm pretty pleased with how these turned out. Two 757-300s, one the old, one the new colors one. Nicely in focus, a 737-900, and then here we have another 737-900, Airbus 319 it looks like right here, and some sort of fire going on in the background, but I think it was for demonstration purposes, probably not completely sure on that. I know that's what they do at Dallas though. 757-300, 75854, looking beautiful. I don't know if Gemini just made that model or not in 400 scale. I'd have to double check which one it was. And then here we are arriving to the gate. 757-300 pushing back. I love the tugs at O'Hare. They're so cool. And there's the new livery at the gate once again, looking fantastic. And then we have the Max 9 once again. 737-800 pulling into the gate just like that. CFM 319 for American pulling in right there, looking very nice. And we also have the Emerald 175. And along with that, 3 Evo Blue 757s in one shot, 1, 2, 3. I was kind of dumbfounded to see that, but it was really cool. Here comes the next one into the gate down there. Got a pretty good head on despite the GSC right here, so that's pretty cool. It turned out pretty good, I would say. Fantastic. And there it is pulling into the gate, which is just absolutely amazing. This time it was 853. And then here's our Max 8 here at gate Charlie 19, looking amazing. And the 757-300 looking absolutely incredible. So that's all the pictures for the inbound leg. Super fun time getting to catch all those. Some not the best pictures in the world to some degree, but also some pretty good ones there. So let's take a look at some video clips. We have some really good ones, and then we'll dive into the pictures on the outbound flight. So let's take a look at this. Alrighty everybody, so here we go on the outbound flight on June 25th, 2022. Unfortunately, there were some clouds on this day, but still really nice to get some good catches, and it kind of worked out good because it was going to be a little bit backlit anyways with the sun in some places, like on this shot to start us out with the United Airlines Airbus A320 Continental Globe, registration November 9491, Uniform Alpha. Like I talked about in the Houston video especially, and this is another great time to talk about, there was so many United planes, I'm just not used to it, but I honestly dig it, and it's really nice to add to my catalog and just gallery of airplanes in general for all of my plane spotting catches, because obviously I've been to plenty of American Airlines hubs, quite a few Delta Airlines hubs in Atlanta and MSP, but now also to some United hubs in Chicago and Denver and Houston. So it was really cool to do that, and it was a blast. So here's a 319 November 899 Uniform Alpha, looking amazing. And here's an Evo one, speaking of which, November 824 Uniform Alpha with a SATCOM box, looking very clean. And here is another one, 851 this time, looking amazing. And take a look at stars and bars in the background. Stay tuned. Spirit A320neo in the far back too. United 737-900 taxiing 69830, and we got a 320 far in the background after touchdown most likely. I was on priority here, so my ISO kind of went going to the moon. Or actually, I might have been on manual with auto ISO. That's probably what I was on. But let's see what we got here. Oh, take a look at all those Skywest CRJs in the back. Pretty impressive right there. Let's see. Okay, so I ended up getting a pretty good shot there. I'll definitely take that. That's pretty good. And here's the United 737-700 in Evo blue livery. And this is probably the only one I caught. I don't remember catching one from the garage. Nevertheless, November 15712. Looking amazing. And here's the 737-900. This is kind of what I was talking about with the backlight. But yeah, the heat haze kind of ruined it anyways. But it's still fun to get to catch planes no matter what the situation is. Speaking of which, we're about to catch some real money right here. Lufthansa Airbus A350-900 new livery with the... I'm forgetting what the city was right there. Taxiing in from Munich right here, Frankfurt. It was 1 and 2. Really cool to get to see this. I'm pretty sure it was a Frankfurt inbound, Munich outbound, but I could be wrong on that. But man, this was so cool to get to see up close and personal, and you guys will see what I'm talking about here in just a moment. Just such a magnificent airplane, as you guys can see right here. It's so pretty, man. What a beautiful airplane. And I was very excited when I saw this coming in, because what I do nowadays when I go to the big airports, the plane spot, to make it even funner, unless if I'm like, you know, doing a day trip or something, usually I just won't even check the board and I'll just see what surprises end up showing up, because it's honestly really fun to do it that way. So I kind of just surprised myself, and it worked out good with that one. Republic 170 in the background, but we got the United 319 and then a 737-900. Here comes that 319 to the gate. Got some rain gear, it looks like there. 753 in the way back, and you got the United 737-900 taxiing into the ramp here. Let's get some light in there. And there's a Spirit 320 Neo with the filled in titles there. It looks very nice. 737 pushing back. Here is a 900 in Evo blue livery. How about all this variety for United's mainline fleet? This is super impressive. Here's a 320 440 looking amazing. Here's that 739 heading out right there. Get this thing to scroll up a little bit. They're getting a little slow. But yeah, these shots didn't turn out too bad. You can definitely tell, but with some editing on the what am I looking for here? With some editing on the shadows and highlights, we'll be able to pull some pretty nice photos out of these, besides them being slightly backlit here. Yeah, I tried to get the air candle, but the APU of the United Airbus was not having that. There's a 752 looking amazing. I didn't get to catch too many of these, so I was glad to get to catch one right there. Well, I saw several, but in my career, I haven't got to see many of them. How about that? So, or in my photography so far, but hopefully more to come. Just like that one. That's phenomenal right there. The Lufthansa 359 hanging out here at gate Bravo 16. Such a beautiful looking aircraft. This is at the alpha position as well. I mean, you can really see the artwork of this aircraft and also on the videos. I love the lighting on this. Thank goodness the cloud didn't cover it up. It was so nice, and what a blast to get to see there at Bravo 16. Just such a beautiful airplane, magnificent, and a beautiful plane. This kind of did ruin my view for some of these planes like the Air Canada Express, but it was okay because it was about lunchtime anyways, and I was still able to see over here on this side once it loads. Speaking of which, there we go with the Air Canada. Really neat shot right here. You got the Air Canada Express, a little bit fuzzy there in the front, but it's all right. United Airbus, and also the Stars and Bars 475 uniform alpha making an appearance right there, so that was pretty cool. But luckily it got past the wing there, and I was able to catch a pretty cool side of it. But really cool to get to see all of our Star Alliance carriers, including Air Canada, Lufthansa, United, and everybody else that made it in here. There's Delta 220 taking off, far gone, but hey, still cool to get to see, of course. What else do we got going here? Another shot of the 359, because yes, and a wallpaper shot. So if you guys want to screenshot that and use it as wallpaper, go ahead. Did I take a better one? I feel like that one was a little off, but I think I was trying to get the fuselage centered. Let me know if you guys want me to send it to you. I probably can too. The quality looked decent. Hopefully I get another one. Maybe if I was intelligent enough. So yeah, this was our Munich flight, Lufthansa 437. Why does that seem so similar to the Charlotte flight number? That seems very similar to the Charlotte to Munich flight number. Very similar. I think it's like probably a couple numbers off, like 432 might be Charlotte. I'm forgetting off the top of my head, but really cool. And then next departure was United to Brussels at 6 o'clock. Very cool. Here's our United 777-200 that would take us over to Denver, November 777 uniform alpha. Really cool to get to fly on this aircraft. The first ever built Boeing 777-200. Just really cool. Evo blue livery. Very unique. And what a special moment that was here at B-17. So cool to get to see it. Man, such a good looking airplane. Here's another 777. The hybrid with the Evo engine and Continental Globe engine was really cool to get to see right there. That was fantastic. And while I think I'm going to have to go chop on that and chop on that, somehow I think I'll end up pulling a decent shot out of this, so it happens. We made it work. So cool to get to see that, and you gotta just improvise sometimes. There's the O'Hare people mover system. Really cool to get to see that, and also you got plenty of flags going on here in the economy parking most likely. So glad to get to see that here at Chicago. And here we were boarding our 777 at this point. I had lunch, and then that was it, and we boarded. So here's our Lufthansa Airbus A350-900 pushing back, 345 service out to Munich, and then we got to catch several planes from the window here, so not the best shot in the world there, but still cool angle. United 757 pushing back, and obviously the clouds came in big time at this point. So cool to be on that 777, man. Get ready for that trip report. It was so fun. That'll be in the coming days. Here's the American A319. I've seen this one many times. 5007 Echo. Cool to get to see it everywhere. Tulsa, Dallas, Chicago, you name it. Seen it everywhere. Love it. Never not a good time to catch American. And there's a Republic 170 with a bird flying across it. Pretty interesting stuff right there. Probably coming in from some sort of smaller city. You got an American 787-8 there in the background. And yeah, the hardest part about window spotting, it's just so challenging. I was trying to show that shot again because it was a pretty good applicable shot for what I was trying to demonstrate here, but unfortunately it looks like, there we go. You can see just the hesitation that comes on these windows. It's pretty frustrating, but you just gotta do your best. It's either that or no pictures at all, so looks pretty good. Asiana Cargo 747 making it out. A little fuzzy there, but still cool to get to catch that nevertheless. And how about a Cape Air Cessna 404 taxiing? Very cool to get to see that. Kind of forgot about that little guy, but hey, we love it. Royal Jordanian 787-8 making it in. It was cool to get to catch them multiple times, along with the United 757 and the Republic 170 taxiing over to the gate. 737-900, really good here on the angle. This was like at a 45-degree angle out the window. I'm surprised the picture came out that well. Royal Jordanian 300 zoom, pretty tough shot there, but still cool to at least try. And likewise for the United, just so hard to focus on that window. You guys probably have experienced this if you have done anything like this before. There's the United Max 9 right here taxiing in, and also the Finnair A330-300 in the, I forget what the livery is, but quite a cool one. Flower something maybe, I'm not completely sure, but really cool to get to see that aircraft as well and catch Finnair for the first time. Well, I don't think it was my first time catching Finnair, but just in a while it's been the first time, so that was pretty cool. United Airlines A320 taxiing in too, and there's some decent shots to be had there. Finally mastering the window here as we sat. The rest of the plane was boarding. There wasn't a ton left, but we had to wait to get pushed and everything. So United 757 taking off, looking good out there in the far distance, even though it was focusing on the light poles, but that's all good. Let's see if this thing loads here. There we go. Hey, that was a decent shot of that Max right there. That's probably going to be usable. I know there's some hesitation here, but better than nothing, of course. Let's see what else we got here. This was just complimentary spotting everything I already got on this trip, which it was crazy. 777 wing looks cool with our static wicks and everything. Got a United 320. It looks like two of them, and Stars and Bars obviously making plenty of appearances. At this point, we were taxiing. Looks like United 737-900 was in the penalty box. Rest in peace. And we got some more details here on the wing. And oh my goodness, there was so many spirits here. So it looks like we got a 320 Neo pushing back. And then let's see what else I get here at the El Concourse. All right, 321. Probably that might be a 319 there in the middle, and then another 320 Neo. That was a nice assortment of spirits. Obviously, the L extension, L Stinger, I think is what they call this piece, had all of our Envoy 175s, as we saw in that airport update I made during summer. So there they all are right there. Spirit pushing back, that turned out really well. I would be interested to spot somewhere in these windows. These windows look pretty good. This spot right here maybe would be good. Just a thought. Not sure. I'll have to take a look into that. That looks pretty good. And there are big windows here on Stingers, so that's a thought for sure. There's that Cape Air Cessna 404. It's not funny. I'm just really surprised why such a small plane parks here at the big terminal. But hey, they're flying in here, man. There's two of them right here, so love to see it. And this looks like the little extension piece where they get in from the gate, so that's pretty cool. So Cessna 404s at here at O'Hare. Here's the Envoy 170. Nice to get to see that. Of course, they were kind of making it throughout the summer here at L10 Charlie. Of course, this was the wide-body gate, which AS would know all too well, AS Aviation that is. And of course, they turned in the 3 regional jet gates because why not? All right, here's some more American Airlines mainline. Oh, I did catch a logo on the winglet. So I've actually been thinking about this for the last couple of weeks. I was like, when am I ever going to catch a logo on the winglet? Well, I did. It's just that they blended in so well. So I did catch a logo on the winglet back here in the background of this shot. Let me see what tail number it was so I know for the future. 847. It looks like to me, 947, 847, something like that. So really cool to get to see that. I didn't know that I've caught one of those before, so I was very happy to get a logo on the winglet. Didn't know that I did, but of course it was way back there, and I was obviously probably focused on just getting as many shots as possible. So I have caught a logo on the winglet before. It just was in the background, so cool to see that. But yeah, tough nevertheless. I'm surprised I didn't zoom in on it. I probably, when you're just picture after picture after picture, you don't necessarily go blank. You're just trying to get the shots. So I probably didn't think about it, but still looks good. And I got a logo on the winglet. This is also an Envoy 170, so cool to see that. Pretty much saw the whole fleet within 3 days. Iberia looking great. This is A330-300. Yeah, looking amazing right there. And we also had some Dreamliners right there at the K concourse. Beautiful. And here we have that 319, also a 787 right here for American, multiple of them. There's a 320 IAE for American, looking really nice there. Kind of a random gate, but they put them there at the edge, which makes sense for the taxiing, so that you can get wide bodies like this 777 through. There's a 787-8 and another 319 it looked like, and then more Airbuses. You got a 321, two of them, a 737, and a Dreamliner kind of peeking out there, right there at the hotel concourse. Another interesting gate with Hotel 18, pretty interesting one, but seems pretty cool. And 17 does house the A321neo, as we're seeing right here, which is really cool. Very nice. Hotel 18 is such a unique position, man. So cool. Hey, barely got a max right here. Did I get a better shot? Dang it, I did not. But that's still a workable one, even though it got covered up with a little bit of hesitation. Just do crop, and we'll make it work. But November 329 Sierra Lima, I think it's a new one for me, so that was really cool to see. Probably going out Orange County. Patiently waiting. How about this shot, guys? 4 Skywest CRJ700s in one shot. That was crazy. I was not expecting to be able to do this, but we did. And I mean, it's a really cool shot. Never thought in a million years I would have got 4 consecutive. Well, there is one normal livery in there, but I mean, still. Really cool moment. One of the more unique situations I've ever got. Let me know if you've ever seen how many consecutive house liveries you've ever seen together. I think I've seen 2 Mesas together, but never 4 Skywest. So that was really cool to get to see. Probably the most unique situation I think I've ever seen, and that really shows you how prominent Skywest is here at Chicago. And there's just a normal one because yes, and there is our beloved Envoy and Piedmont 145s and another Skywest CRJ700 because got plenty of planes over here at the concourse for American. There's United there at the edge, and American Dreamliner taxiing in, and a 737 taxiing out. Not my best shots, of course, but you guys know how hard it is to plane spot from windows. Dang, I wish I would have got a little bit better one there. China Southern 777 landing, and there is a Envoy 175 because I've seen plenty of those over the years. And there is the KLM 787-10 getting ready to taxi out for departure. Beautiful looking plane. I've somehow got 2 beacon aircraft in one picture, so I'll probably try to make something out of that. That was pretty cool. That is the one over, parked overcast spotting. You can get more beacons, it seems like. It's a little bit easier to see them, but that's still pretty cool. So there, that is taxiing. Nice picture right there. Last lineup here of T5 before taxiing or departing. Looks like we got the American 787, Etihad 787-9, United Dreamliner, United 767, and of course Southwest's interesting presence here at the airport. We also got the Emirates there at the end. Sorry, I missed that. But we have 3 Southwest 737s because yes, and a 4th one obviously taxiing in because that's just O'Hare for you at its finest. And the last look at the BA Super Jumbo. I've not seen one since, and I hope to change that in the coming weeks, hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, which I'm very hopeful that will. And ANA for the final time. Hopefully I'll get to see him soon. Really just reminiscence because it's such a cool terminal, and I know that I probably won't be back there for probably at least a significant amount of time here in the near future. But you got ANA, like I said, Royal Jordanian, Air France 350, and is that a China Airlines in the very back? Can't tell, but really cool to say the least right there. What a lineup. KLM getting ready to hold short. He's heading out to Amsterdam, and these were the final pictures from the Chicago 2022 trip for Airliners International, and what a trip. It was fantastic. We obviously still have the trip report to Denver, and obviously Denver plane spotting and the Tulsa leg on the 737-900. So we're not quite done, obviously, but obviously for the Chicago portion, it is complete, and we'll have some video clips and trip reports and everything. But just amazing plane spotting in general. It's such a great airport to plane spot at. So many locations, so many international airlines. It's really the best hybrid of everything. You know, at JFK, you can't get as much like United and American mainline action, but here at Chicago, you get plenty of that along with the international carriers. Then at Dallas, it feels like, just honest opinion, it feels like there might be a little too much American mainline, not enough international stuff, but just really cool. It's a great airport. Highly recommend plane spotting at it if you ever get a chance to. But I was very fortunate to be able to do this. It was an absolute blast, and I really hope you guys enjoyed these videos that came out of it. What a blast it was, and definitely expect the pictures to come to social media in the coming future and all the other fun items throughout. But man, what a great plane spotting session. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. But with that, that'll do for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Just the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.